Assalamualaikum and today I'm going to present an individual assignment about rail transportation in Russia. Rail transportation refers to the movement of passengers in goods using trains operating on railway tracks. Rail transportation is one of the most important transportation systems in Russia because Russia has a very large geographical area and harsh climate conditions. Russia also has one of the largest railway networks in the world, one of the most dense railway routes in the Trans-Siberian Railway, which stretch more than 9,000 kilometers from Moscow to Vladivostok. Rail transportation supports economic development, trade activities, industrial growth, and public mobility throughout the country. In addition, modern railway technologies such as electrification systems and digital technology help improve transportation efficiency and safety in Russia. Next, I will explain about the characteristics of rail transportation in Russia. Firstly, Russia has a very extensive railway network covering approximately 85,000 kilometers of railway tracks. This railway system connects major cities, industrial regions, ports, and marine areas across the country. Secondly, rail transportation is highly suitable for long-distance transportation because trains can transport passengers and heavy cargo efficiently on thousands of kilometers. Another important characteristic is the strong focus on rail transportation. Russian railways transport natural resources such as oil, natural gas, timber, and metals. Furthermore, many railways in Russia are electrified to improve energy efficiency and operational performance. Rail transportation is also considered as an all-weather transportation, not because trains can continue operating even during several winter conditions. Now, I will discuss the advantages of rail transportation in Russia. One major advantage is cost efficiency for bulk cargo transportation. Train can transport large quantities of goods at lower transportation costs compared to road and air transportation. Secondly, rail transportation is environmentally friendly because trains produce lower carbon emissions compared to truck and airplane. Another advantage is the high carrying capacity. One train can transport thousands of tons of cargo or hundreds of passengers in a single journey. Transportation is also considered safer because railway operations use structured systems, signaling technologies, and strict safety regulations. In addition, railway transportation supports economic growth by connecting industries, ports, and commercial centers across Russia. Despite its advantages, rail transportation also has several disadvantages and challenges. Firstly, railway infrastructure requires very high construction and maintenance costs. Building railway tracks, tunnels, stations, and electrification system involve large financial investment. Secondly, rail transportation has limited flexibility because transportation cannot provide door-to-door service with support from other transportation modes. Russia also faces several winter weather conditions such as heavy snowstorms and freezing temperatures, which may delay railway operations and maintenance activities. In addition, aging railway infrastructure, free communication, and environmental concerns continue to create operational challenges for the railway sector. Next, I will explain the infrastructure railway networks in Russia. One of the most important railway networks is the Trans-Siberian Railway, which connects Moscow in western Russia to Vladivostok in eastern Russia. Another important railway network is the Baikal Main Line, also known as PAM, which support industrial and regional development. Major railway hubs in Russia include Moscow, St. Novosibirsk and Vladivostok. Russia's modern railway infrastructure also includes advanced digital signaling systems, automated traffic control technologies, electrified railway lines, cargo terminals, and rail stations. These technologies have improved transportation efficiency, reduced delays, and increased operational safety. Now, I will discuss the policies and stakeholders involved in transportation in Russia. The Russian government has implemented several policies to improve railway transportation efficiency and sustainability. These policies include railway modernization projects, infrastructure expansion, environmental sustainability policies, safety regulation, and smart railway technology implementation. There are also several important stakeholders involved in rail transportation. Firstly, the Ministry of Russia Transport develops transportation policies and supervises railway development projects. Secondly, Russian Railways is the main railway operator responsible for passenger services, freight transportation, and infrastructure management. Passengers and consumers also play an important role because their satisfaction influence service quality and transportation improvement. Environmental group encourage sustainable transportation practices and environmental protection. The organizations represent local community affected by railway operation and infrastructure projects. Cooperation between all stakeholders is important to maintain transportation efficiency, safety, and sustainability. Next is the case study of the Trans-Siberian Railway in Russia. The Trans-Siberian Railway is one of the longest and most important railway systems in the world. This railway stretches more than 9,000 kilometers from Moscow to Vladivostok and connects multiple cities, regions, industries, and ports across Russia. The railway supports both passenger transportation and freight transportation, especially for domestic and international trade between Europe and Russia. Government agencies are responsible for transportation policies, infrastructure funding, and safety regulations. Russian Railways manage railway operations, maintenance activities, passenger services, and freight transportation along the route. Industry and businesses use the railway to transport natural resources, industrial goods, agricultural products, and manufactured products. Environmental groups and community organizations monitor rail projects to ensure environmental sustainability and public safety. The interaction between the stakeholders help improve transportation efficiency, connectivity, and economic development. However, several challenges still exist, including harsh winter conditions, high maintenance costs, freight congestion, and environmental concerns. Several improvements can be implemented to strengthen rail transportation in Russia. Firstly, the government should continue investing in railway modernization projects, including track upgrades, electrification systems, and advanced signaling technologies. Secondly, railway operators should improve digital railway technologies such as automated traffic management systems and predictive maintenance systems. Environmental sustainability should also be prioritized through the expansion of electrified railway systems and energy efficient locomotives. In addition, workforce training programs should be strengthened to prepare skilled railway engineers and operational staff. The government and railway operators should improve logistics integration between railway, road, and port transportation systems to improve freight transportation efficiency. These improvements can help strengthen the future development of rail transportation in Russia. In conclusion, rail transportation plays a very important role in supporting economic development, industrial activities, and public mobility in Russia. Russia has one of the largest and most important railway networks in the world. Rail transportation provides many advantages such as cost efficiency, environmental sustainability, high carrying capacity, and transportation safety. However, the railway sector also also faces several challenges, including aging infrastructure, severe weather conditions, high maintenance costs, and frequent congestion. The case study of the Trans-Siberian Railway demonstrates the importance of cooperation between government agencies, railway operators, industries, environmental organizations, and local communities. With continuous modernization, technological innovation, and strategic investment, rail transportation in Russia can continue to support national development and strengthen international trade connectivity in the future.